Hello everyone! In the previous video, we learned how to import Excel data using custom mapping for a single tab. Let's quickly recap what we covered last video, that how to use custom mapping, how to create an Excel sheet by adding column data, save the sheet after entering all values, open the screen for import, define and save the mapping, import data from Excel, view logs, and manage mapping. Now in this session, we will learn how to import data into multiple tabs using the same custom mapping feature. Previously, we imported data into the custom master screen for a single tab. Here on the customer master screen, you can see additional tabs such as location details, contact person, and bank account. Now let's verify the location detail tab. Open the location detail tab. Once it's open, you can see all the field display on the screen that are required for entering the location-related details. The first one is name. Next, notice the address field within this tab. When you click on it, a pop-up window appears, showing the required fields for the address field. This step is necessary only for the address field, as it contains additional subfields required for the specific address information. Based on these fields, we can prepare the Excel data accordingly. Users can include the same set of fields in their Excel sheet to import data under the Location Detail tab. So let's prepare the Excel sheet again for importing data into the custom master screen using multiple tabs. Open the Excel sheet we already created earlier for import. In this sheet, we will now add some columns for the header tab customer and additional columns for the location tab as well. So right now, location tab columns are missing here. Let's now add the columns and data for the Location Details tab. As you can see, this Excel sheet is already prepared with data for both the Customer Header tab and the Location tab. Identify which field belongs to which tab and how it will be used. Once all the values are entered, save that sheet. Now this Excel sheet is ready to be used for importing data into the Customer Master screen. To begin the import, the user must open the screen where the data will be imported and then click on the Import button. The system will open the Excel Import Utility form. Let's select the Select Existing Mapping from the drop-down. For example, Customer Master Details. Since the mapping for the customer header is already saved under this mapping name, we can reuse it for importing data across multiple tabs. This means we don't need to create a new mapping. We can simply use the already saved mapping for this import process. Now click Upload to select and upload the saved Excel sheet. For the customer header column details, we have already mapped the Excel columns with the database columns. Now we need to map the Excel columns of the Location Details tab with the corresponding database columns of the Location tab. To do this, first, select the desired tab from the Select tab drop-down, for example, Location Details. This drop-down contains all the tabs related to the Customer Master screen. Once the Location Details tab is selected, the related database columns will automatically be updated and display below. Now we need to map the Location tab columns with the corresponding database columns. Location tab columns are starting from the location name. Above all the columns, we already mapped with the Customer Header tab. On the left side, we can see the Excel columns, such as Location Name, Location Address 1, Location Address 2, City, Country, Region, Zip Code, Mobile Number. On the right side, the corresponding database columns are displayed, which we will use to complete the mapping. Now let's start mapping. For example, map the location name with the name field on the right side by clicking on the Map field arrow. Now try to map Location Address 1 with its corresponding database columns. However, you will notice that there is no direct Location Address 1 column visible in this section. If you recall, on the Location tab screen, when we click on the address field, a pop-up window appears showing additional address-related subfields that are required. These address fields are part of that pop-up, which is why they are not displayed directly under the Location tab mapping area. By clicking on the address column, a pop-up window will appear. In this pop-up, we need to map the Excel columns related to the address field with the corresponding database column. Just like before, the Excel columns are displayed on the left side, and the database columns are displayed on the right side. Now map the fields Address 1 with Address 1, Address 2 with Address 2, Country, City, Name, Region, Zip Code. Once all mapping are completed, click on the OK button to save these mappings. After that, system will redirect to the import screen, where we map the other pending Excel columns with the database columns, that is mobile with mobile number. Now, save the mapping. C. Under this mapping tab, Customer, CB Partner tab. Name this tab can be expanded to view the mapping details. Here you can see all the Excel columns that have been mapped with the corresponding database column. Next one is Location tab. In the same way Location tab expanded data show the mapping details. Next, under the Default Values tab, the system will also display the columns that have been assigned default values. After move further, I will show you that how to remove the mapped columns or make changes to an existing mapping. For example, in the Customer CB Partner tab, you can see the list of mapped columns display below. To remove a mapping, simply click the red cross icon next to the column name. Let's say we click the red cross icon beside the price list column. You will notice that the price list column is now remote from the CB Partner tab. Now, if you look on the right side above under the database column section for the customer header, you will see that price list has been mapping, for the price list has been cleared. The green highlight, which indicates a mapped column, is removed. Now it appears in its normal color. Now finally click to save mapping, to save the changes, and the system will display the message that is import mapping saved, confirming that mapping has been successfully saved. The removed mapping will now be updated successfully. So after this, when we import the data, the price list column will no longer be updated as its mapping has been removed. Now next, we import this Excel data by clicking on this import button. The import process will begin once completed. The system will confirm that the import done successfully. You can see all the logs display here, showing the import progress and result importing no error import done successfully. After importing, the data is temporarily stored and will not appear immediately on the customer master screen under the different tabs. To make the data appear on the customer master screen, we need to select Mark as true the commit after import checkbox. Once done, click on the import button. The import process will complete, and the data will be successfully committed to the system. Now go back to the customer master screen, refresh the screen. You can see that Global Enterprises is now displayed here also, that all data, the details entered in the Excel sheet have been successfully uploaded and imported into the system using both the tabs. Let's say Location, all the details are updated. Now let's go back to this import screen here. I will show you that user can download the Excel file for that particular saved mapping. The downloaded sheet will include all the Excel format for future use. They can download the Excel file for the particular saved mapping. The downloaded sheet will include all the Excel columns that were previously mapped and saved by the user. This helps user easily reuse the same format. They just need to enter new data in the sheet and then import it again when needed. So that's all for the today session. On custom mapping, we learned the complete process of importing data using custom mapping. So please be continued to the next video, where we will learn how to import data with multiple lines for a single record.